What's up, guys? Rich here with Melbourne Watch Company's Melbourne GMT. And it's in 42 millimeters. It's 11 millimeters tall, and it uses a 20 millimeter strap or bracelet width. So this Melbourne GMT is the newest addition, or I should say the newest addition and entry to the entry-level luxury category or space by Melbourne Watch Company. So a little bit of information about Melbourne Watch Company. I know a lot of us are familiar with them, but if you're not, and I was just made aware of this recently. The previous owner, Sujane Krishnan, actually sold Melbourne Watch Company to the new owners, and one of them is Matthew Corbo, who took over Melbourne Watch Company. And this Melbourne GMT is his first creation or his first new model for the brand. It's also their most expensive, most aggressively priced foray into the entry-level luxury market. And I think they did a really nice job with this. So right off the bat, I'll tell you that this is priced at $1,325 USD, which is quite a bit outside of their normal price range, which is typically in $400 to the $600, $700 price range. And so this is a really attractive model. I know some of you have requested to learn more about this model as you've noticed the price difference. But there is quite a bit of value packed into this watch, to explain the price difference. So it uses a Swiss movement, which is at a 2893 movement because of the GMT function. But if you're wondering if that's the main upgrade to Melbourne watches is the Swiss movement, it's not. This just has a real premium feel to it in the hand. It's just it's upgraded in every way. The fit and finishing of this model and the materials they use is just really first rate. You can see how just silky smooth this bracelet is, and I really like this 7-link bracelet. It is really comfortable. Yeah, it also has a quick release spring bar, so no tools are necessary to swap out from the bracelet or the strap. The finishing is just really well done. And I'm gonna deviate from this particular model just for a second, because I know that a lot of us, the movement and the upgraded finishing may not be enough for the watch, as long as we like the way the watch looks. That's the other upgrades may not be as important to us, but for some of us it is. So I'm just going to show you another example here. So this is another one of their staples, which is the port C calendar, and it is nice and it served me very nicely over the years. But there is a big difference with the finishing from the other models, and I believe this one is priced around almost $600 USD. This is a really pretty, look at that deck dial. And then here is another example, which is their Burnley, which is also back with the 10th anniversary edition. But you can see the difference. There is a really big difference in the fit and finishing between the different models. The Burnley, I believe, is priced about little over $600, and we can see that there is a big difference in the fit and finishing. So that just is a brief story or brief history of this particular model and why this is priced a little bit more aggressively than some of the other models. Now, if we stay on the dial or return to the dial, we can see how it's going to have a little bit reminding of us of maybe the Seiko Presage cocktail with the fan type pattern there, and we can probably see that there's a pretty good look at it. And the indices might maybe remind us of the Omega Aquaterra, but these are really nice touches and different all around. It just certainly doesn't look like one particular model. The indices are gold plated, so we get a little bit of a nice upgrade to that. It's just a really pretty dial here. The date window is at 3 o'clock. It is loomed on the GMT hand and the hour and minute hand, and above the pips above each of the gold-plated indices right there. Really, there's a pretty good look at it. Really sharp. This is in the green, but it's also available in navy, black, and white. I just thought the green looked really sharp here. It is a signed crown. It is a screw-down crown, and it is water-resistant to 100 meters. It has a sapphire front and back, and we are seeing the custom gold and black rotor here. And if we compare that to, let's say, the Burnley has the gold rotor, a bit of another nice touching of a detail here. These are really all nice subtle details, but they're tastefully done all around. The finishing, really well done. I really like this bracelet a lot. It is really, really comfortable. It is a butterfly bracelet. Let's see. I had to remove 6 pins, and it is screwed pins in here instead of the push pin. So another nice refined upgrade here. So it made it easy to remove the pins, and I had to remove 6 to fit my 6.5-inch wrist. Really, really nice here. And I just started to touch on the 10th anniversary edition here. So I mentioned the different colors. These are also limited edition, as I mentioned. So in this green, there are 35 available with a total number of 150. Black has 40 available, blue 35 available, and white 40 available. And that comes out to 150 total limited edition. So this is a nice entry luxury category for Melbourne Watch Company. And if we're wondering if they're going to change directions and start heading towards the upscale market, they are not. So according to Matthew, one of the owners, they are just going to occasionally add a limited edition piece like this, perhaps more of an upgrade piece like this to their core collection, which is in the $400 to $600 range. So on occasion, they will release an upgraded entry-level luxury segment like the Melbourne GMT, which is pretty much on the nose, right? Melbourne Watch Company's, the model is the Melbourne GMT. So they're not changing directions or starting to sweep away the little bit, the more affordable lines in place of these watches, meaning $1,300 and up. So it's a nice, once in a while, you know, I know Melbourne Watch Company has a lot of loyal fans and they do like their watches a lot. But if we're wondering if there's a difference between this upgraded version here versus the other ones, there absolutely is. Right away, you can just tell the fit and finishing is just, it's different. So if that's important to us, well, we have that option right here, but they're not going to deviate from their core, more affordable value watches. They are assembled in their offices in Melbourne, Australia. So this is just a really nice addition here. If there is one area that that's not my preference, it's not really a knock, it's more of a personal preference, is above 6 o'clock, it says Swiss movement. I'm not usually a fan of where that says Swiss movement instead of that where usually it's Swiss made or made in Germany, Japan made. They put the Swiss movement in there. Instead, I would have preferred, anytime I see Swiss movement on the dial, I just think that belongs more on the case back somewhere if they want to point that out about the Swiss movement more than in the front. But again, that's just personal preference. I think overall, I think they did a really nice job with this. I think the details and the subtle refinements all come together really nicely into a really nice package here. It is, like I said, a bit of a price difference, but if we like the Melbourne watches, and I think a lot of us have probably a few different models, and we wanted to get that upgrade, and we're wondering if that is worth it. There's definitely, I'm not going to say, I can't really answer if it's worth it or not, but there are definitely obvious finishes to this with the movement that would easily make a strong argument for why this is priced the way that it is. It's overall a really nice value package, especially considering the movement, the 2893 movement. It is priced competitively with other GMT models in that same price category, and we're getting a really first-rate finishing. So it's not the same average finishing with just the Swiss movement. All around, it's just a really, really complete package here. It is just a beautiful dial. It's really sharp in this green. I think they've really nailed it with their entry into the entry-level luxury segment or space. So if we like Melbourne Watch Company and we like their other model, I think we're definitely going to like their new Melbourne GMT. And if we're looking for that GMT, that's a great daily wear. This also fits the bill. Even if we're not a frequent traveler, I think this just makes a really nice daily wear, because I think the dial is still relatively uncluttered. It's a clean dial. It's not a pure dress watch, but you can wear it as a dress watch. I think this is more of a hybrid between a great everyday casual wear and a dress watch. I think this would look really equally at home with an Oxford shirt and khakis or jeans. It's just a really nice daily wear, as well as for a little bit more formal occasion. So I think the Melbourne Watch Company's Melbourne GMT is definitely worth a closer look. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.